Daniel, Lance, and I would like to talk to you guys tonight about the ethics of Monsanto. Basically, we're taking a philosophy of science and technology class, which basically is about the ethics of science. And we basically had to choose a topic that would focus on an issue in science that many people don't know too much about. And recently, I attended a documentary here at UTD called Food Inc. It's a well-made documentary, and I recommend you watch it if you have a chance. One of the aspects of the film talked about Monsanto, and it went into different questions within ethical implications of the practices of Monsanto. And you really leave the documentary with a demonized view of Monsanto. And when I first thought about this project, I really planned to talk about the negative aspects of Monsanto. But after doing the research, I found out while there are some questionable business practices that Monsanto takes, what I really wanted to do was play devil's advocate and talk about ways that maybe you don't take such a hard line on the left or the right, but maybe take a more common sense view of what's taking place within Monsanto. And before the documentary, I had no idea who Monsanto was. You guys know who Monsanto is? No. And nobody really does. And we're in the bioengineering department here at UTD, so you would think that would be a more well-known company. But basically, Monsanto they call themselves an agricultural company. They also are a main chemical producer in the U.S., or they have been in the past. They manufacture Roundup, which is what they're best known for. If you look at their website, they're going to talk about how they work for sustainability and they help farmers produce hardier plants. Going back to their history, they've been around since 1901. In the beginning, they were manufacturing saccharin. About 1945, they went into agricultural chemicals, herbicides. Around 1975, they started a cell biology research program. 1976 is when Roundup hit the shelves. And Monsanto scientists were the first ones to genetically modify a plant cell in 1982. But here recently, the ethical implications that have come about, they've always had some ethical implications because they were around when manufacturing Agent Orange for the government and other things. There's been chemical spills that Monsanto's been responsible for. And so that gives them a bad name to start with. But they come under fire because of their production of GMOs. And some other claims against Monsanto, many of which are raised in the Food Inc. documentary, are that Monsanto puts a large number of farmers out of business due to their patent infringement lawsuits. And many people, the rumor is that many of these lawsuits are caused by just wind blowing seeds on farmers' fields, and that's how the Monsanto seeds get on the farmers' fields, and then Monsanto comes and sues the farmer for patent infringement. We'll talk about that a little more. Secondly, many people are worried about GMOs, and they wonder if seeds that are genetically engineered are safe. Thirdly, the question of insiders, government insiders working for Monsanto and kind of pulling the strings to get laws passed for Monsanto, and vice versa, people from Monsanto going to the government. Many people believe Monsanto is a monopoly. And there's actually been the issue of a journal put out a pamphlet saying that Monsanto was blamed for the rise in suicides among cotton farmers in India. And lastly, what Daniel's going to talk to you guys about is people blaming Monsanto's Roundup-ready seeds leading to evolution among weeds, and we'll talk about the super weeds at the very end. All right.